Yeah.
Minister Solana, Andrea Mitchell from NBC News. Are you persuaded after today that Iran will permit the kinds of inspections that the United States has been requesting, which means interviewing people, seeing documents, seeing the facility in its most complete fashion? And was there talk about a freeze of Iran's nuclear program? Is that a possibility which was long the goal of the P5+6?
Let me start by saying that in regard to the first part of your question, as you know, the process in which we are getting engaged now, and I hope they will be rapid and intense. As I said, we have going to have the first meeting probably in a few weeks, probably preparatory working days, that will be able to tackle all these issues that you have mentioned. On the second, the answer is yes. We put on the table a freeze for freeze, and we continue defending that as a possibility or a position that we have in order to go into negotiation. That not be the complete response today, and I hope very much that in the following meeting that we are going to have, this will be, as I said before in my first intervention, one of the basic issues in our discussion.
Stéphane Bussard from Le Temps newspaper. Switzerland is a host country. I wanted to ask you a question about that. It has offered in the recent past its mediation in the Iranian nuclear issue. Do you expect anything from Switzerland in the future on this issue?
I said already what I can say about your country. Thank you very, very much for the hospitality of today. If at any given moment something else is needed, we will not hesitate in asking. For the moment, I limit to say thank you for the hospitality of today. And I hope that the hospitality that it will continue.
Stephen Erlanger.
Steve, how are you?
Fine, thank you. A specific question and a more general one. The specific question is, you said it very quickly. I'm not sure I understood the third part about the medical isotopes. And could you go over that again slowly so we can all understand it? Is it all the uranium? I doubt it. From all 8,000 centrifuges? I doubt that very much. So as much as you can explain on that would be great. And second, just in a general way, was it your impression that the Iranian delegation came to Geneva this time understanding this was a different moment and that it was time to talk more, or is that unclear?
Let me start by the second. Yes, I think that the delegation came knowing there was a different setting than in previous meetings. I said, and I repeat, it's the first time this meeting takes place with the United States government fully engaged. The President of the United States has made enormous efforts in this period of time, in the months that he's been in office, but this is the first time that we meet together, and the Secretary Bill Burns has been in the meeting. So that answers the first question. The second question is more technical. As you know, in Iran, there's a nuclear reactor in Tehran, which is for the fabrication, in principle, of isotopes, which fuel is running out because of time of being used. Now, how it can be refueled, that reactor, and controlled so that it's that for the end that I just mentioned, is a proposal by the agency, and I'd like to underline that, by the agency, a proposal that part of the low enrichment uranium that exists already in Tehran would be taken to third countries where it will be enriched and put it in the roads which are necessary in order to be back in the reactor. And on that is what we have to work technically. Now, it will be a technical meeting, as I said before, the 18th of October, to see how this can be developed. But you see the importance of what I just said. It's part of the low enrichment uranium that exists in Tehran that will be enriched or up to the grade which is necessary in third countries and brought back to Tehran. I don't think I have to explain with more detail the significance of that.
Good afternoon. I'm Elizabeth Palmer from CBS News. Can you tell us how Russia and China contributed to the discussions today in order to reinforce their solidarity in the group?
I'll be very, very clear on that. We had a meeting of the ministers in New York. In that meeting, we produced a very good paper. A paper that was signed by all the ministers, by myself, and that has been the basic of the cement in which we are all together. You have mentioned 2 countries. We can mention all the countries. All of them have behaved in the same manner. No distinction between any country that has been around the table. Everybody has been behaving in the manner that we agreed in New York. And I want to say that very clearly. Russia, China, the United States, Germany, UK, France, and humbly myself. I think we said 3.
Are you okay, Mr. Solana, to take the last one?
If 3 is a prime number, I don't know if it's...
I'm Yossi Melman of the Israeli Daily Haaretz. I have 2 quick questions. One,
I have 2.
Short ones. Did you make clear to the Iranians that if there is no progress, harsher sanctions would be imposed on them? And secondly, do you have a timetable, a deadline to end these talks, or they can continue forever?
Very short questions, very short answers. To the first answer, I would like you to read the declaration that we produced last week in New York. I think that your question is well explained there. Second, as I have said, we are going to have another meeting in the month of October. I think that and having a preparatory meeting before the meeting, therefore, before the end of October. I don't think it's the moment to think about what is going to happen after that. Let's see what happens now. We have the month of October, still 2 meetings, 1 preparatory, 1 full members, the 6th, and let's see how things evolve.
Thank you very much, Mr. Solana.
Arabic, I don't understand. I don't know it. Okay. Okay, I'll take it.
Mr. Solana will take another question from the gentleman. In English, Mr. Solana.
Thank you, Mr. Solana. Just my question is, Iranian was insisting all the last time on the arrangement of the security in the region. Is this issue was raised on the table today, and what is the position of the 5+1?
Well, that issue has been in the document that was presented by us to Tehran in the year 2008. You remember we went to Tehran, I went to Tehran on behalf of the countries, and we presented an upgraded document. And that document, issues related to security were mentioned. In the document that the Iranians had presented in September, it also is mentioned. But it has not been discussed at length, as you can imagine. It is one of the issues that eventually will have to be discussed.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.